About a year and a half ago, I played Enshrouded when a demo was available. Later, the game launched in early access, and since then, the devs have been dropping big updates with more content and smaller patches with bug fixes and tweaks. So the big question is, has the game with its fancy building system actually gotten better? Quick catch up if you haven't heard about it. Enshrouded is a big open world survival RPG where you keep growing by exploring new areas, gathering materials, unlocking recipes, and just continuing the grind. If you've got the soul of an adventurer, this might be your thing. It's not just about wandering around either. There's a story, pretty basic to be honest, but you get a bunch of quests popping up on your map, one after another. That's because the game uses them to guide you toward important stuff like places and items you need to move forward. There's a lot to do, and while many of the quests are kinda similar at the core, they are okay. No time pressure, you can explore at your own pace. That said, you'll pretty quickly bump into tougher enemies or zones that are hard to reach unless you've got the right gear or skills. And that's actually one of the cool things. If you are stubborn enough, you can reach those places early by cheesing it a bit, climbing like crazy or using tricks. But once you get the proper tools like glider, it becomes way easier. One major part of the story, and gameplay in general, are the Enshrouded zones. You can only stay in these creepy, foggy areas for a few minutes before needing to get out. But they are packed with rare resources, and plenty of dangerous enemies. Luckily, the game gives you ways to extend your time there, either temporarily or permanently. The latest big update, Trials of Twilight, bumped the game to version 0.8 and added more stuff, items, enemies, caves, quests, you name it. And I've gotta say, it works. Before that, in late 2024, we got update 4, which introduced a brand new snow biome. The devs even asked me to show it, but after playing for 25 hours, I still didn't manage to get there. As you might guess, you need one close to survive that area, and I was nowhere near that point in progression. The world just too big to rush through, and I kinda get carried away exploring everything. And yeah, exploration is the main deal here. If you can't see something on the map, chances are you can get there eventually. Many times I was digging through rocks or climbing sketchy mountains just to reach the highest spot. Was it worth it? Heck yeah! Once I unlocked and upgraded the glider, I was soaring around all the time. There was also a special tower scattered across the map, basically mini challenges where you dodge traps and solve puzzles to reach the top, and after you activate one, you can fast travel between them or back to your home base. Speaking of home base, that's where you summon NPCs who unlock better crafting options. And there are a lot of places to explore. Honestly, every few steps there is something new that catches your eye. The newest update added a gem forge system to where you can put powerful gems into your legendary weapons and even upgrade them to make life a little easier. I have to admit that the game looks better now than when I first played it, but because of that I think I need to start saving for a new GPU. My current one struggles to keep stable FPS. I'm hoping that by the time the Enshrouded hits version 1.0, it will be a bit more optimized. Still, even in darker areas the visuals pop. There's always something glowing or flickering, and I love climbing up high just to enjoy the view. It reminded me how much more of the world I still haven't explored. And yeah, I want to see what's over there feeling is something this game absolutely nails. One thing that wasn't interesting before was the night cycle. Back then, nighttime was just for sleeping, nothing really happened. But now, thanks to the latest update, there are night events and even enemy patrols in certain areas. You are also rewarded not just with loot, but with skill points. Some areas hide shrewd roots guarded by tough enemies, but if you chop them down, you get a skill point. That said, I do think the skill system still needs some work. Even if you want to go full mage or warrior instead of ranger, you will probably still dump most of your points into stamina related skills. Stamina is super important, especially for exploration. I can't even count how many times I died not because of enemies, but because I ran out of stamina at the worst moment. It's honestly kind of annoying. Maybe stamina should regenerate faster when you are not in combat. Digging, climbing or just wandering around often turn into wait and recover loop. I also ran into a few technical issues. The game crashed on me once and a couple of times the FPS dropped hard, especially during combat when a bunch of stuff was being loaded at once. But hey, it's still an early access title, so I will save the full review for the final release. So, is Enshrouded worth checking out in 2025? I think so. The devs keep adding new content, and compared to its early version, the game has grown a lot. There's a way more stuff to see and do now. Even small touches like being able to dye your armor show that they are listening to players. I played solo the whole time, and I still had a ton to do each time I logged in. I always end up wanting to play more after quitting for the day. Exploration is just that good. There's always another mountain, another ruin, another forest waiting to be discovered, and if you haven't tried Enshrouded yet, now's a great time. The world is huge, weird and full of secrets, and I totally recommend giving it a go.